After months of ups and downs, the price chart for XRP is sending strong messages that you can't ignore. The digital currency wave may be about to break out, and the charts are showing that big gains are on the way. If you've been waiting for the right time to buy XRP or aren't sure if it's time to hold on to your position, now might be it. There are certain patterns and key signs in the price chart that point to a possible move up. You can see from the chart that these signs are based on real data and show that XRP is picking up speed. This could mean a lot for you as an investment. In this video, we'll go over why XRP prices could be about to go through the roof and why you should keep your money safe. Right now, keep a close eye on these signs for people who follow technical analysis. The price picture for XRP is telling a very interesting story. If you know anything about charts, you know that what we see now is a clear setup for possible gains. Moving averages, the RSI Relative Strength Index, and support and resistance levels are all lined up to show that the price is likely to go up. Trend: if these signs stay strong, the price of XRP could go up a lot in the next few weeks. Traders and buyers pay close attention to this kind of price action because it could mean a change from a sideways trend to a strong uptrend. You'll have a better idea of whether XRP is ready for its next big move if you know how these technical signs work together. Pretty much one sign. There are a lot of signs that all point to one thing: price going up. So what's making people so optimistic about XRP? Right now, the price is affected by more than just technical signs and market speculation. For example, Ripple is still in court with the SEC, and its partnerships with financial institutions are growing. Institutions: XRP's future looks better as more people accept it and regulations become clearer. The price chart is also showing good signs. XRP could be getting ready for a big rally. The way the charts are set up and how the market is feeling as a whole suggests that big gains are possible. But it's not enough to just hope for a price rise. You can use the chart's data-driven insights to make better investment choices. Let's take a closer look at what the chart is showing, why these indicators are so important, and how they're positioning XRP for possible gains in the near future. It's clear that XRP has been through a lot in the last few months based on how it's doing on the market right now. Going through big changes in prices, XRP has been stuck in a holding pattern. This time of moving sideways could be the calm before the storm. The cryptocurrency market as a whole has been experiencing a lot of uncertainty because of things like changes in the global economy, worries about regulations, and changes in market opinion. However, XRP has been demonstrating strength despite these issues. These outside pressures, while the value of many digital goods has dropped sharply, the price of XRP has stayed pretty stable, which gives buyers hope for a possible breakout. XRP's price changes have been heavily affected by its ongoing legal fight with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. For those who may not know, the SEC has said that Ripple, the company behind XRP, has been selling stocks not registered. This has made people doubtful about XRP's future, which has caused its price to change a lot. Despite these problems, XRP has kept its strong position in the market, and investors are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel as the regulatory situation changes. As more information comes in, XRP is likely to see investors and organizations renewed faith in it, which could help it get going again. Recent market behavior for XRP also shows a growing feeling of optimism, as the possibility that the SEC case will end in Ripple's favor and the growing use of XRP in cross-border payments show. A lot of people think that XRP will be important in the future of international money transfers. XRP is already being used by XRP is being used by more and more financial institutions and payment providers to make foreign payments quickly and cheaply. This growing use case is making things look better for XRP, even though it is facing legal challenges. A market's success is often affected by both outside and inside factors, and XRP's current, even though there are legal problems, the market's position says that its long-term outlook is becoming more optimistic. What does this mean for people who want to invest? The current stability and strong foundations for XRP could make for a great price increase, especially since institutional interest is growing and the legal cloud is slowly lifting. It's clear that XRP prices could be about to go through a big change. These things, along with the sound technical analysis we'll talk about next, show that XRP is ready to break out of its current range and soar to new heights. If you're keeping an eye on XRP's performance, now is a very important time to pay attention to the signs that big gains may be coming. Let's look at how the chart is doing, pointing to these possible gains, and what the technical indicators are telling us next. If you want to know how the price of any coin will move in the future, Chart analysis is one of the best ways to do it. Some important signs on XRP's chart right now suggest that the price might be ready for a big move, but it's important to keep in mind that no estimate is ever a sure thing. The chart shows strong technical signs that we can't ignore. Let's look at the most important ones for investors keeping an eye on XRP's price. They start with the moving averages. In technical analysis, moving averages are very important because they help keep prices from going up and down too much and give a better picture of the trend. Picture of the current trend as a whole. The 50-day moving average of XRP is rising above the 200-day moving average, which is a bullish signal called a golden cross. This is one of the best signals that traders look for because it means that the short-term momentum is stronger than the long-term trend, which means that XRP could be getting ready for a price increase. This shows the start of an uptrend and says that XRP could be ready for a big rally. Next, let's talk about the Relative Strength Index, RSI, which is another important sign to keep an eye on. The RSI checks how fast and how much prices change. It's a great way to tell if an object is currently overbought or oversold. The RSI for XRP is just below 70, which means it's high. When the RSI goes above 70, it can mean that an asset is about to take a break. On the other hand, an RSI close to 70 is still a bullish sign because it means that strong buying pressure is present and the price is going up. This means that XRP is gaining speed, but there's still room for it to keep going up without stopping. Hitting a high point, the MACD moving average is another important sign to look at. Separation and convergence. The MACD is a trend-following momentum indicator that shows how two moving averages of an asset's price are related to each other. When the MACD line crosses above the signal line, it's seen as a buy signal, meaning that the momentum is currently going up. XRP's MACD is showing there are signs of positive divergence, which means that the bulls are ahead of the trend. As another reason to think that XRP might be ready for a move up, let's look at the support and resistance levels. These are very important to understand because they show where the price has had trouble moving above or below support. For example, XRP is recently tested and held above a key support level has been broken, showing that buyers have stepped in to keep the price steady. If XRP can break through a nearby resistance level, it could mean the start of a new rise. The chart shows that XRP is getting closer and closer to breaking through this resistance. This could lead to a rush of buyers, which would drive the price up. All of these signs make it clear that XRP is show signs of a rising trend. The golden cross, strong RSI and positive MACD signs, along with good support and resistance levels, all point to the possibility